You mentioned that the biggest threat to a cohesive and sustainable world was security.
Mr. Schwab, I'm sorry, but the biggest threat to the world is the fake extreme news media. And the second biggest threat to the world is this very organization, the World Economic Forum, which is the Communist Party that was not elected by the people. And that's why I keep telling y'all should go f*** yourself.
Drea Humphrey here with Rebel News, and as many of you know, we sent a stellar team of journalists for the second year in a row to Davos, Switzerland, to be your eyes and ears outside of the World Economic Forum's annual meeting. You know, that place where oligarchs and unelected officials and political powers come together to talk about your future and my future of, I don't know, eating bugs and owning nothing and being happy. Our special website called WEFreports.com has some of the great interviews that have been there over the last couple of years, whether it be Greta Thunberg or this year, the president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and more. So you can go there after this report, and you can even chip in a few bucks to help us cover some of the modest expenses it took to be your eyes and the ears there. But today I bring you another report about a video that's gone viral related to the 2024 WEF annual meeting. And that is a video from comedian Damon Imani, who says a lot to Klaus Schwab, well, in a satire. Let's take a look.
And I appreciate the World Economic Forum providing me the opportunity to be on this stage and say, F you, Klaus Schwab, and F your New World Order. We, the people, were born free, we will stay free, and you and all of your globalist friends, including everyone in this room, can go F yourself.
Well, you won't see an interview like that on the state-backed media because the state is in cahoots with the WEF. Well, according to Klaus Schwab anyways.
Actually, this notion to integrate young leaders is part of the World Economic Forum since many years. What we are very proud of now, the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, is that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
You mentioned that the biggest threat to a cohesive and sustainable world was security.
Mr. Schwab, I'm sorry, but the biggest threat to the world is the fake extreme news media. And the second biggest threat to the world is this very organization, the World Economic Forum, which is the Communist Party that was not elected by the people. And that's why I keep telling y'all should go f yourself.
Well, that was Denmark's Damon Imani, a comedian, saying a lot of things many of you would want to say, I'm sure, to the James Bond villain type founder of the World Economic Forum himself, Klaus Schwab. Thanks for being on Rebel News, Damon.
Thanks for having me.
Now, a lot of people sent me your video. Some people obviously sent it because they thought it was hilarious. Others sent it because they thought it was real. It's so well edited. But just for the viewers, it is satire. Tell us a little bit about the vision behind. Why did you want to do this satire piece in specific for the WEF?
Well, I do a lot of content like that. I watch the news so you don't have to. Then I react to it. Like the good old days when people watch television, then they could just, watch someone say something and you have a certain thought about it, or you express your opinion literally to the screen, right? So what I do is I watch people talk, and if there is something I have a comment or a thought about it, I just record myself literally responding to it. And I have the skills to make it look entertaining and smooth. That's basically it.
Trust has been eroding in recent years, which is why this week's meeting on rebuilding trust has been so important.
Rebuilding trust with whom exactly? I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish. But here's the thing, as far as the public opinion is concerned, they don't trust you and they never will because they didn't elect you. And here's the thing, while we at it, Epstein didn't kill himself and there are probably people in this very forum who were clients of his.
It looks really smooth. Now, very easily, I found comments that were very supportive of it. I'm just going to read a few of them. One person here says, finally, a man with guts. Thank you, sir. I'm assuming they thought it was real. Who knows? Another says, my hero, said from the heart, expressing millions of people's views of the WEF. And another one here, if something happens to this man, we will know who's responsible. So again, a lot of support coming out there. Tell us a little bit about what's happened to you, because you had some followers before, but you've seen a huge spike in growth. Tell us about the growth you've had since publishing that video. And what's your impression about the support and the people who are really just happy that you did it?
Right. So 2 points, the support and the growth. With the support, I'm actually surprised because I have done this type of videos for a while. And I have received negative messages too. So, you know, you have people who support your content, and then you have usually the type of content that I make. There are a lot of liberals or people from the left who don't like it. But with this one, it was different because, again, I've received a lot of messages. And the ones that I could read, it's all positive, and I'm surprised. So it looks like the World Economic Forum is just not liked by the people. Because I have a hard time even understanding someone having an argument about it. Like, what would your argument be? Hey, what are you doing this? You know, we want Klaus Schwab. We want these people who we didn't elect to, you know, speak for us and change our future, you know, make us pay a carbon tax because we're breathing. So I'm pretty amazed because it's been just positive. And about the growth, I've basically doubled my audience. And I'm happy for that. And I think a lot of people downloaded the content and re-uploaded it to other platforms. So I'm getting tagged from many different countries in all these videos. People have comments about it. And so yeah, that's how it's been.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned how it appears that many people across the world, and I would agree, are sort of waking up to the WEF. In Canada, it's almost like there's two parallel universes. You have the people who are like, no, we don't want these people sort of encroaching on our sovereignty here. And then you have others who, A, say, what is the WEF? Or automatically think you're a conspiracy theorist. What can you say is sort of the feeling of what's happening with the WEF from a Denmark perspective? What are the people there thinking?
So I don't know, basically. I don't follow what's happening in Denmark. But as you know, Denmark is a pretty liberal country. And usually Europe in general, the governments do support people like Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. They attend the meetings. But yeah, and listen, I've talked to people in real life. I mean, in Denmark, people around me, not everyone is political, but I'm surprised there are so many people that don't even know about the World Economic Forum. So I think that's something interesting because the way these people operate just looks like, you know, I was talking to someone, I compared it to an internet forum. You know, there are internet forums everywhere. People go there, they talk about things, you know, they ask questions, they answer questions. But this is the only forum that's physical. And they are powerful people from different industries and from different governments who come together and figure out how or what is right and what is wrong. And we should just, and they don't even, like, it's no one knows about it. It's pretty amazing.
Well, Klaus Schwab himself has bragged about penetrating different cabinets of governments across the country, and he's especially proud and named our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, out here.
Oh, Trudeau.
So we're definitely, we're definitely, that's why we sent a team of reporters to get their boots on the ground and ask the questions the public deserve to the WEF. Now, I'm going to play another clip here. This is sort of your follow-up, your response to that first video that went viral. You're giving an apology of sorts, and you're also using a name for the World Economic Forum that I haven't heard be used before. Let's play that clip.
And so yesterday I stood on this stage and said some things that I should not have said. But we all deserve a second chance. So I would like to apologize to absolutely no one. None of you were elected to show us how we should live our lives. All of you motherfuckers took your private jets to show up to this meeting, so don't lecture us about the environment. I ain't eating bugs, you can eat these nuts, and once again, you and your fake climate agenda can go fuck.
Too funny. The black eye was such a good touch there. Now, you call the World Economic Forum the Communist Party that nobody's elected. I see you've said that before. Tell us why.
Because they are. I mean, again, as I said, it's an internet forum it's a physical forum that's too powerful. And with no one elected them and, comparing them to a party, because that's why they are. Like, they can literally, they talk about ideas. You know the ideas. They have so many extreme stuff they talk about. But they actually have the power to bring that to the real world and affect our lives. And, and you can't do anything about it because these are just rich, powerful people who get together and just do it. So I can only compare that to a communist party because it's the same. People have nothing to say. It's just a government. So I see them as a government.
Now, we've talked a lot about the support you've got for these last videos, but in the past, you've been penalized, in particular by big tech, for some of your work. And also more recently, with the WEF reports, you're getting fact-checked, even by USA Today. Tell us a little bit about some of the backlash you've had for your satire pieces and a little update on what's going on or what happened with the USA Today.
Yeah, so basically, as you have seen what I do with the satires, I bring some facts to the table. Again, I watch these people talk, and because these TV shows and World Economic Forum, they only have guests that agree with them, especially the TV shows. They never invite anyone who disagrees with them. So again, I have the power to actually say what I want, put myself in there, bend the reality, and make them hear the truth, right? And what I find interesting about the fact checks, they never mention my points. They only talk about, they write a piece and they say this didn't happen. But they never quote anything I said in the video or focus on what was said and how I responded to it. Because I assume they know that it's true, whatever I respond. And with the World Economic Forum, again, like you mentioned USA Today, they fact check it. It didn't happen. So the guy wrote to me, their journalist wrote to me. So do you have any comment? No, this is your video. I see you make satirical videos. Do you have any comment for people? And I said, basically, yeah, the heart of my message is that World Economic Forum is a communist global party that was not elected by the people of Earth. That was my message. The guy saw the message. I tweeted about it. I have the receipts. He saw the message. Then after 22 hours, nearly a day, so they had the whole day to include that in the article. They went ahead, published the article, and they added a part saying that we wrote to the creator or the person sharing the post, and he didn't respond to our message. And when I tweeted about it, he got caught because he was lying, and that's nothing new. That's as I told you in our DMs, that's something I leave with because that's just the reality of the left. But yeah, so when he got caught, he made a tweet saying, we wrote to someone else, someone who shared the post. We wanted to know his comment. So he tried to gaslight. What you mean with that? Why did you write to me? And that's what I asked. So I saw his post. I literally replied to his post and I said, so again, why did you ask for my comment, the creator of the content, and you didn't include it? Then he went private. So I can't even go to his profile anymore. So, but again, that's what they are. That's the reality of the mainstream media.
Mm-hmm. There's a saying, it says, propaganda doesn't lie to the people. It convinces the people to lie to themselves. That's what came to mind when I saw what you posted on Twitter where they said he didn't immediately respond. And within an hour you respond. And it's like, oh, no, we're not trying to talk to the creator of the video. We're trying to talk to someone else. It makes no sense. Well, we'll be putting this interview up on our website called WEFreports.com. That's also where people can see some of the amazing interviews that our team got when they had their boots on the ground with BlackRock, with the head of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and more. But Damon, let people know where's the best place for people to keep up with your comedy.
So go on X. Thanks to Elon Musk for providing us a platform that we don't get censored on. Go to x.com/Damon Imani, and you can find me there. And you can go to Rumble too, a great company, alternative to YouTube, and I respect their business model. Basically on Rumble and X at Damon Imani. Thank you.
That's right. X, formerly known as Twitter, and Rumble, both free speech platforms. Thanks for being on Rebel News.
Thanks for having me.
If you appreciate that Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, including on what's been going on and what's cooking up at the WEF, please go to our website called WEFreports.com and chip in a few bucks to cover the expenses that were modest but many for the recent journalist boots on the grounds trip we did to cover that annual meeting for you. Again, that's WEFreports.com.